You're so cute. Thank you. I just need you to model for a second. That's all I need, Milo. Thank you. Yeah, I just need you to model. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, so kind. Thank you. Oh. Hey, man. Can I have my hand back? Can I have my... Oh, thanks, Milo. I just want my hand back. I'll leave you alone.
Hello and welcome to a new video. This is a different video than what you normally see from me. This is going to be an ARC review for A Game of Cat and Witch by Rune. And this comes out today, May 10th. And this is a paranormal dark romance between a witch and a shifter. And this is all about Avery, and she's been down on her luck recently. She's been knocked left and right, and she is about to be expelled from Carwin University if she doesn't summon a familiar. And as the deadline approaches, she takes matters into her own hands and she summons a familiar who just so happens to be a shifter. And they are mortal enemies. And it goes from there. I am so excited to read this book. I don't know about you, I've been so hyped for this for several months. I've been like stalking her Instagram pages, her Instagram and her stories, and I'm like, okay, when are the arcs coming out? When are the arcs coming out? And you know I was in those forms trying to fill out. I think from what I remember, I think she got like 1,000 responses on her like Google form. So I do feel very honored that I get to read this arc. Just because I got an arc doesn't mean that my opinions have changed, or my opinions will influence, or getting an arc will influence my opinions of the book. There we go. My opinions are all my own. So yeah, we'll just get right into it. Oh, that works. Oh, yep, yep. I'm about to start chapter 1. I'm very excited. We just finished, what was it, like the prologue, I guess? Very excited for A Game of Cat and Witch. I have an arc. It comes out May 10th. Today. Well, today when you're watching the video, not today now, but I'm gonna go start. I'm loving what I've seen so far in the prologue, and there will be spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen the book, haven't read the book, click off now. But if you have read the book, hi, how'd you like it? Tell me down below. I have a feeling I'm gonna freaking love it. I'm gonna go, and I'll check back in a second. You get me in the dark. This looks so rough. Hold on. I know it's dark. Anyway, we are on chapter 8. We've just met Felix. We've just had the bath scene. It was really fucking funny, by the way. Just imagine Avery trying to wash Felix in the bath. God, you can tell she's never had a pet cat before. I thought I heard Milo. Anyway, it's really funny so far. I'm really liking this. Ruby writes a lot like I write, which I find is really fun and interesting. She's had some absolute bangers of things that I thought were really fucking funny. I don't know how to get to those. Wait, yes I do. No, I don't. Never mind. Just know she said some really fucking funny things, and they like made me laugh out loud several times. Some of them have been really crass too, which I think she's Australian. I don't quote me on that, but I think she's Australian, and just her use of vulgar words is so funny. And I don't know if that's just because swearing is more acceptable in Australia. I mean, I guess not really, but they do use the C word. I'm not going to say it here because I'm pretty sure that gets me in trouble. She uses the C word a lot, which is funny. The see you next Tuesday word. It's just, I think it's so funny, and it's not like, do I know what I'm trying to say? I have no idea, but I am really enjoying the story so far. I am going to stop for the night, however, because it's 12:40 and I do need to go to bed and I'm very tired. So, yeah, I will pick this back up tomorrow, but just know I'm very excited to start chapter 8. I'm loving it so far. I'm really interested in all of the world building that's going on right now, especially because you have this, you have Carwin as just like this island that the witches can't leave, which is really funny because it's a lot like the Isle of Oz from A City of Emeralds and Envy, which I read last month. I have a vlog for that if you wanted to check it out, but that's not the point of this video. The point is the world building of this island where witches can't leave because there's magical wards that keep them there. That's really interesting. I really love that. I don't know if I love so much as that we're just kind of being told about the world as the world building is going on, but I don't know how else we could learn about the world building because we were in third person POV, so it makes sense that we're getting a lot of telling.
Oh, hi. What's up?
I'm petting Milo if you're curious what I'm doing.
Yeah, look at you. What, you don't want pets?
Like the world building, really curious about it. Really interested to know how humans and shifters have become good friends instead of just witches. And like they've exiled the witches. Really interested about that. And fuck Avery's mom and her 2 sisters. How dare they? They sound absolutely horrible. I've actually pictured Avery's mom, as Dolores Umbridge because she just gives off that vibe for some reason. Hi. And I'm kind of curious to know why, if there ever is an answer, as to why there was a book about forbidden magic in the library when blood magic is forbidden from everybody, from the witches. So I'm curious to see why that was in the library. Thank you. I'm curious to know how Avery did it, because apparently she just had shit luck with magic. So I don't know if I have anything else for you. That's really I'm digging this so far. It's great. It's wonderful. I really like it, and I can't wait to continue. We're on chapter 20. I'm 45% of the way through this book. I have 3 hours and 28 minutes left. And let me tell you, this shit is fantastic. Can you see Milo? Can you see Milo? He keeps running in and out of my room. Let's see. Can I do both? Can I get them both? There you go. Milo content. So let me recap what has happened so far. I don't remember where I left off or what my last update for you was, but I do remember that I was kind of like on chapter... God, I want to say I was on chapter 8, but that feels like a lie. But I don't recall, so I don't know. We found okay, what do I start with? The riddles. The riddles are interesting, and the riddles I like so far. I love me a good riddle, and I tried to do riddles in my own book, and it's just not working. That's not the point. The riddles so far are good. The first riddle, I feel like with the riddles, there's like a side note, I feel like because I don't know much about this world. What? Oh, you're coming over? Oh, okay. Hi. How are you? Because the riddles are so... What? Do you like the riddles? Anyway, because I don't know much about this world, the riddles kind of feel... I kind of like to pretend that I know that I know what the riddles will mean. Is that better? I kind of like to pretend that I can solve the riddles myself instead of, the author putting it out there for me. However, that's not the case with this one. I don't know anything about this world, apart from the stuff that I'm being told, as the story goes on, but I'm hoping that we get a little bit more context to figure out what the second riddle means. The tree was interesting. I don't know why I imagined it like the tree from Pocahontas, but I imagined that was the face. I thought that scene was really funny. And Avery having to catch Felix was really cute. I love the banter that Avery and Felix have. It's very... I don't know how well this enemies to lovers thing is being done, but I do like their dynamic. I do think that they butt heads, and I really like it. I think it's really fun. They do have growing attachments to each other, which I think is fun and interesting to see. The forgetting to close after the shower scene, that one was funny. Felix sneaking out after Avery went to bed, I also thought that was really funny. And then him getting caught, and then him getting ratted out the next day from what's his face? I can't remember right now. That is funny. I'm really curious to see where that date is going. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm assuming it is coming very, very soon. We still have to get to the dinner scene with Avery's mom. I'm really curious to see about that one. But I literally just finished the healing scene where, what are you looking at? Can I help you? What are you doing? What's up, Milo? Oh, okay, King. I see, King. I see. You tell him, King. We just got past the blood scene. The blood, healing scene. Hi, Milo. What? Can I help you? Goodness, hi. We just got past the blood healing scene, and fuck that professor. God. I don't know what's wrong with all these witches and, like, the people in power, but they're horrible. Yeah, man, they're horrible. They're horrible to Avery. They're horrible. Whoa, whoa, I'm not touching. I'm not touching. You okay? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. What's up? It's a Fanta. I know you don't like it. Yeah, I know you won't like that. I wonder about his life before me. If I don't know, his humans gave him things out of a can. I don't know. Anyway, I'm very excited to see what else happens in this book. I know this comes out in a couple days. I think it's May the 4th. I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt. May the 4th be with you. I know this is Spock, but they don't have a thing like this, so I can't do that. What? Anyway, I'm gonna stop at chapter 20 tonight, just because I can. And I don't want this to end just yet. You are so cute. My goodness, look at you, cutie. You're so cute. Don't fall off the bed. That'd be so embarrassing for you. I'd let them watch too. I'd let them watch. What? Yeah. Oh, don't fall off the bed. What? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there tonight. I'm gonna pick it back up tomorrow, and I will hopefully have this video out for you May 10th. Okay? Okay, great. Hello, hello. I am now on chapter 25. And so many things have happened. I felt like the dinner scene was kind of anticlimactic, but also if anything had happened, it would have been too soon in the story, because I think I'm now 52% of the way through the book. Did I tell you that already? I'm not entirely sure. I'm 58% of the way through the book. So the dinner scene felt a little anticlimactic, but because Avery's mom knows that Felix is a shifter, that's interesting. There's a hair in my mouth. What else? The dinner date with Callum, I finally remembered his name. The dinner date with Callum felt awkward, so very awkward, and I'm so curious to know how he is tied in with the plot of all the shifters that have gone missing in the last, like, 30 years. Which also connects to why is one of the shifter gods statues in the maze in the middle of this witch island. I feel like I'm that meme from It's Always Sunny. I can't remember that guy's name or the episode, but I feel like I look like that, trying to connect all my little invisible strings here. I will say that I know I'm all over the place. I will say that the maze scene was done way better than my maze scene. The maze scene was executed wonderfully, and mine was not, and I have a lot to learn how to do good maze scenes. What else? We also just revealed what the second riddle's answer was, and it was, like, so raunchy. Like, stick this in a hole, and I wonder if I can read it to you, because that made absolutely no sense. Let me tell you. Oh, no, that's so far away. Never mind. Never fucking mind. The riddle, raunchy, very suggestive. However, so raunchy, but when it was solved, it was so not raunchy, and I think that was really funny. So yeah, and I loved that both Avery and Felix have dirty minds, and they were like, it was just so funny. I don't know why I'm trying to not to spoil it for you, because this is a spoiler-filled vlog, but don't ask, I don't know. What else? I think we've went over everything that I've read up to so far. I don't know what's coming next, but I'm curious to see where this goes, because we still have to figure out how Callum is connected to everything. We have to figure out what's going on with the missing shifters. We have to figure out if Avery and Felix being together is like fated or not by the goddess. I'm really curious to see if the creature who put pollen in the air for them just a moment ago, I wonder if that's actually the goddess, because it's said the goddess said this, blah blah blah. So I'm curious to see if it's actually her or not. I'm curious to see if the goddess actually is like a destiny, fated mates kind of thing. I think it is, but I can't honestly remember from the teaser, from like the ads on TikTok. They're not ads, but they're, you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm gonna keep continuing. I stopped where Felix had turned into a monster and had been chasing Avery through the maze, and that was kind of terrifying. And then Avery was like focusing on honing her magic, and it turns out she does have magic, and she's not like channeling it from her familiar Felix. So it's so cool to see. Hearing that her dad was killed instead of just died peacefully in his sleep, like because of a heart attack from Avery had been told a lie that her dad had died peacefully from a heart attack in his sleep from her mother, when in reality, supposedly, if he is dead, because I don't know at this point, he could have been possibly killed by a shifter, and that was so hard on Avery, and I feel so bad for her. I hope we can get like more answers to that. I'm sure we probably will, but it's so sad. It's so sad for her. And I think that what I like most about Avery is that she is very alone, and she doesn't want to be alone anymore, and she kind of really desperately wants like a friend, a companion, somebody who just won't leave her in the end. And I really like that about her. I relate to that a lot. So that's what I'm liking so far. I don't have anything else for you. I'm gonna keep reading, and I will update you again very soon. I was gonna try and do these every couple of chapters, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it in like increments of 5 or I don't know. You'll see down in the timeline below how much time we have left. So okay, here's a video of Milo, because I'm filming this in the dark and I don't actually want to show you my face in the moment, so here's just a clip of Milo. But I wanted to tell you that I got to chapter 31. I don't know what percent I'm at because I didn't look at it, but I'm really liking what I'm reading so far. Felix just killed Julian, and that was wonderful, amazing. 10 out of 10, kill him again. I kind of wish that we had known more about who Julian was, except for the one scene we had where he was in class on like their first day of the last year of school. I wish we had gotten just a little bit more, because I kind of forgot who the fuck Julian was. And he was like an ex of Avery's, and I just didn't know who he was until I kept reading. So I wish we had gotten more of that. But glad he's dead. Really curious to see where this is going, because I have stopped right before they are going to go into the caves, the mysterious caves, and they're going to try and break their bond, and I'm curious to see how that is going to work, what's going to happen, because obviously some shit is about to go down. I just don't know how down it's about to go, you know? Alright, you get more videos of Milo because I'm talking in the dark again. But I just wanted to say I am about to finish the book. I haven't picked it up yet, but I'm about to. I'm currently 74% of the way through. Here's a little clip. I'm on 31. I'm gonna finish this tonight. I will check back in with you in just a minute, okay? Okay. Midnight update. I'm not at another chapter yet, but I am at the point where they are probably gonna break their bond, but they are getting it on before they break the bond. I am what the fuck does that say? 77% of the way through, and they're banging, and they're gonna break the bond. I'll tell you what happens in a minute, okay? Okay. I am kind of concerned about all the answers that I have and how many pages I have left within this book. I know I reached like 74% of this book, and I have so many questions, and I don't know how they're going to get answered in the next 30 to 40% left of the book. I'm kind of worried that nothing's going to be answered, or not all of it is going to be answered. I think this one is just a standalone. I mean, I guess I'm going to find out, but that's a later thing. I hope it's a standalone. Not that I don't love Avery and Felix. I feel like an interconnected standalone series would be cool, but like a duology of this, I don't think you need that. Even though I'd love to see more of Avery and Felix, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I just finished. Hi, Stretchy. I just finished this book. Oh my god, it was so good. I don't have a full review for you right now, as I have literally just finished this book, but I will tell you 4 out of 5 stars. Oh my god, so fun.
What? Oh, okay. Is that... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, you're so... Oh, thank you. Yeah, so kind. Really late on my computer. That's fine. Do you see this? Do you see this? What's wrong with you? You're so silly. Look at the little leg. Look at the little leg dangling off the side. Oh my god, look at these long fur toes. Toey furs. Look at the toe fur. Oh my god, they're so soft though. Yeah, it's so soft though. Anyway, hi. Oops, sorry, didn't realize your feet were right there. Anyway, hi. I finished A Game of Cat and Witch by Ruby Rune, and it was really good. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It's really like a 3.75 out of 5 stars. Thank you. Yeah, Milo is right here. See? Where do I even begin? This was really fun. I liked the premise of it, of having a witch who is trying to summon a familiar, who accidentally summons a shifter and is bonded to a shifter, and they are natural enemies. Did not care for kind of how this was executed. I feel like this was kind of... Someone else in one of their like 2-star reviews, or I think it was a 3.5 review, said that this kind of felt like juvenile. It did feel kind of juvenile, but I think that's just because... What? Still my hairbrush. Yeah, still my hairbrush. Thank you. Oh, are you leaving? Oh no, you're not leaving. Okay, that's fine. This is kind of juvenile. However, I think it's just because it's her first novel, her debut novel, that's the reason why it feels so juvenile. I think she will get better the more she writes. That being said, I do want to continue on with book 2. Yeah, I do want to continue on with book 2. Can I brush you? Brush, brush, brush. Look at that. Brush the little baby. I do want to continue on with book 2. I'm really interested in the whole world building aspect of it. Bye, love you. You gonna eat snackies? Oh, good, you eat snackies. I'm interested in the whole world building part of this story. It's really interesting to me, especially with how, like, the reveal at the end of almost all the powerful families are bonded to shifters instead of just familiars, and that part's interesting, and I'm excited to see Ren and Kai and see what happens with that. I will be honest, I should probably make a cheat sheet of who all these people were, because I was confused as to who the heck Gwen was at the very end. I had no idea who Gwen was. Couldn't tell you, so I need to go back and figure that out. For the most part, I enjoyed the romance. I thought that all the spicy scenes were quite fun, especially the shadows. The shadows were really fun. I do think that because this was Fated Mates, and apparently this is only gonna, like, Avery and Felix's story is just in this book, I did feel like it was kind of rushed.
but it was Fated Mates, so they like it had to be fast. But I think this book is like 300 and okay, well the Kindle edition says it's 414 pages. It didn't feel like 414 pages. If it had just been a little bit longer, like 445, 450 pages, it probably could have been better. I just needed for Avery and Felix to explore their dynamic a little bit more in the beginning. And I wish we had gotten to see them interact more at the college. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. I think it's called Carwin. At Carwin University, because I feel like we only get like 1, maybe 2 scenes with like them in school. I would have liked to have seen more of, I don't know, them trying to hide that they're doing naughty things on campus. Thank you. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you. Thank you. Do you have a cat? Does your cat like to cover his food like he does in the litter box? Milo will take... I'd make sure he wasn't in the room so I could air out his dirty laundry. Milo will take the washcloth that his food is on in the bowl and covered his food with the washcloth. Like he's saving it for later, like somebody's gonna take it from him. I don't know why he does that. Steve never did that. I'm not kidding you. I went to take a shower. I uncovered that, hadn't touched it since. He came back and covered it. What's wrong with him? I don't know if I loved the scenes with the goddess. I thought that was kind of weird. I'll be honest. I thought that was kind of weird. That the goddess was watching them bang. That was weird to me. That was weird. But I do hope that the goddess finds her mate, because he's been missing for like thousands and thousands of years. So I do hope that like maybe eventually we get her story. Maybe we get more of her story in the next book. I'm very curious about her because she was interesting. Oh, I will say that I did like Avery's character. I feel like because this wasn't in first person point of view, I feel like I didn't get the chance to connect with her as much as I could have, because she and I have a bunch of similar fears of being like left alone, of like people leaving her, and like that was shown a little bit in the book, but I didn't have enough of a connection to Avery or the things that she was scared of to really feel all that bad for her. I think that if this had been done in first person point of view, it could have been more hard-hitting, I guess. Felix was fun and amazing. Love Felix. Yeah, I think he and Avery are a perfect match together, and I am excited to see them in the second book. So yeah, that was a game of Cat and Witch. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. And I guess that is the end of this video. I know it's quite short. I don't actually know how long it is, but I've never done a standalone arc review video. So I was trying it out with this one. I don't know if I'll continue them in the future just because they feel so short, and so like I could just put this into my regular monthly vlog, but I've already decided to make this, so I'm not gonna. But let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you plan on picking up a game of Cat and Witch. Yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Did you just bite my butt?